Nick.
Time to hit the road?
Just looking to trade a little.
Sure thing.
Let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible. It is, of course, for sale. You need something, monsieur.
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough.
I believe a sniper has found us. That is the right word, yes? Continued hostilities is not advised.
Hey,
Do you need something from me? My primary
get him!
is not good. Your actions could result in injury. Why is everything so dangerous up
Hey.
here?
Head over there.
Yes.
Over here.
I shall make this a priority.
Move here.
I will attend to this.
Here.
At once. There's no way to get there.
Go there.
Absolutely. I cannot get there.
There.
I would be delighted to.
Move out.
One of my duties
Drop
is to
'em.
serve. One must wonder, what causes the deterioration of this cool condition? I determined there was a whole lot less of that.
spins. So it starts with R? There we go.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this. Answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So
Uh-huh. I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the Railroad. I'm not your enemy.
if that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
We'll find out, one way or another. Last question. Why are you here?
I tracked down and killed a courser at Green Tech Genetics. Now I need help breaking the code on his courser chip.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser Killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Hopefully we can work something out.
What you're asking for puts us in a tricky position.
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside.
Hey, Dad. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages.
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the courser chip. A response would be appreciated.
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you.
Any news on Scarecrow?
We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little. What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh, man. They've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait. They're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh, man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard. I got you. Solve for N. Come on. Show me that sweet base number. Come on, baby. Then we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
Hey, Carrington.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
Patch me up, Doc.
What's feeling off today? What can you tell?
I'm feeling sick. I think it's radiation.
We can clean you up, but you don't have enough money.
No, we're done.
Take better care of yourself in the future, okay?
Hey, Doc.
I can patch you up if you need it. For a small fee, of course.
I need some supplies, Doctor.
Let's see what I can spare.
Hey, Carrington.
Not many doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
Yeah, see what's wrong with me, Doctor.
What's feeling off today? What can you...
Too much radiation. I feel sick.
All right, let's fly.
Sure.
All done. Any other complaints? Please, I do have important duties to attend to.
That was it.
All right, don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Hey, Doc.
Not many doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
Patch me up, Doc.
Now go over your symptoms for me.
Hurting all over, Doc.
Scrapes and bruises, but... done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No other complaints.
Off you go, then.
Yes.
I like the colors on this comic book. They are very bright.
If we're going to be dealing more with each other, I need to make sure that we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
Yeah, I know all about them.
Good. The Institute.
That sounds like...
Exactly. So we seek to free them. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life?
Once, I pledged my life to protect my countrymen. I don't see this as any different.
Well said. Someone with your skills, your beliefs. Normally, we'd try and recruit you. But right now, we don't have the time to train up a new agent. There are, however, other valuable ways you can contribute. And in turn, we can help you. See Deacon for details. You're free to go.
Hey, Deacon.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
Do you really have to be so cagey?
The precautions are necessary. In our business, if we underestimate our enemy's capabilities, it's game over. But it's all good now. I vouched for you. Nobody got shot. Still, I would consider it a close personal favor if you didn't sell us out to the Institute. Thanks.
So tell me, why did you vouch for me?
In our little outfit, it's my job to know things. And with everything you've done, it's clear you're capable. A dangerous enemy. And I'm betting a valuable ally.
But why the trust? You can't be taking it all on faith.
I've heard a lot of things about you. Enough to want to give you a chance. So Dez wants me to make you a tourist. That's what we call someone who helps out with the odd job here and there. What a waste. I'm just gonna come out and say this. The Railroad needs you.
You sure you need me? Desdemona didn't seem to care.
She's just thinking of the time and manpower it would take to train you. And if you were some hick from the burbs that didn't know your ass from a rocket launcher, she'd be right. But I'm betting someone like you just needs a few pointers. And a target.
You got my attention.
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then Dez invites you into the fold. Then, if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the Railroad got your back.
What's the job?
So, up front, the only thing I'll say is that it's gonna be a wild and dangerous ride, but probably nothing new for someone like you.
Sign me up then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside of Lexington. I'll fill you in once you get there.
So, how are we doing, Curie?
I find these traveling arrangements quite acceptable.
That was it?
As you wish.
check that out.
Sorry, but I am unable to comply.
On her.
Resuming combat operations. Damage. Odds of your success are virtually high. over. Quite dashing in that.
Minigun should be loaded and ready to fire. Good shooting, sir.
managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those... I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate Vendi. Sorry. You're not the only... I did the best I could. Came up with some... Here's the symbol. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic... I want to be clear that this isn't my area.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, but...
Right.
Can you?
I got it covered.
Good.
Uh-huh.
And don't you... It's my only hope for ever being...
Sure.
Now go on.
You must take care to reduce the radiation dose you absorb.
What's the coordinate? Stand by for takeoff.
Non-stop music and all the latest news. This is Dynasty. Up next, it's Winona Harris with Grandma Plays the Movies.
I'm bringing her in. Hang on to something.
Not yet mastered Dr. Van Dyke's advanced steam package.
You're tied to this plate.
If the shielding on the reactor core is perfect, it can be hazardous to your health.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never lacks for excitement. Just when you think you're safe. You're not. That's how they always get you.
You willing to do some work?
Another day in the Commonwealth. What do you need, General?
I have plans here to build a
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped me.
Damn. That's some bad... We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing...
The Institute?
Teleportation. If anyone can make heads...
Uh-huh.
I'll let you know if I hear...
Right.
In the meantime...
Uh-huh.
Nice day.
What's going on?
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow. Tell him.
It's real. I got it from an ex-institute's...
Seriously? Anyway, I'm gonna need some time. But, you can get started on what he... it'll need some pretty high...
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't... Here's a list of what you'll need while you're working on that. I'll get busy. Keep in mind...
Sure.
Like if you had a spare... and it's going to be big.
Uh-huh.
And that was Roy Brown. The smooth sound of Diamond City Radio are brought to you by Falcon. Commonwealth weaponry is made worldwide. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Here's Atom Bomb Baby by the Five Stars.
location!
It is hard to determine whether...
When I get off duty, that's...
Attention all personnel. Research patrols are a crucial facet of our operation here in the Commonwealth. Any Brotherhood soldiers that have not received a research patrol assignment should speak to Proctor Quinlan immediately.
Welcome aboard, brother.
What can I get for you today?
I'm looking for some firepower.
Sure.
The Institute and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths must be eliminated. At all costs.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Tex Beneke, folks. Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual. As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job, and let's face it. Thanks to the efforts of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for lending me a hand.
Extreme falls can cause severe trauma to the body.
All right. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? This one's a longtime favorite of mine. It's Way Back Home by Bob Crosby.
go. Good shooting, Knight.
Hope you enjoyed that with Warren Smith with Uranium Rock. Here's a bit of news concerning the vaults of the Commonwealth. Some of you out there may be familiar with Vault 81. Nice place. They keep to themselves, not very social. Apparently they've suffered from some sort of disease outbreak in there. I guess maybe it's a good thing they don't open the door much. But I shouldn't make jokes. It was evidently pretty serious. And of course, we can all empathize with what they're going through. I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control.
Looks like a good landing spot. I'll have you on the ground shortly.
Don't worry. They're probably not contagious. This is Travis Malone, my own pretty Johnny Mercer. Personality. Something I only recently acquired, as I'm sure you're all aware.
Hey, Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need.
I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other.
I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Hey, Sturgis.
You willing to do some work?
I can't help right now.
It's a free country. Let me know if you change your mind.
Belongs in the garbage can, yes?
Loctite.
Paladin Danse.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
Seems to be growing well.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, And I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice. That code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. Just
Heads
get on
up.
the platform.
Where do you... Inquiring
I'll
about
do the
anything
rest.
in particular?
Your thoughts?
It's getting late. Should we bivouac out here, or find a place to stay?
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
I'd trust you with my life. And I assure you, that trust doesn't come easy.
Didn't have anything else.
Very well.
Look alive.
Awaiting your command. You need to talk?
Dance. I think it's time for you to leave.
Affirmative. I'll see what I can do to make myself useful while you're gone. Ad Victoriam.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road.
Blame
You interested in traveling together?
I'll be around if you change your mind.
Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. Whenever you're ready. I'm ready when you are. Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Oh, goddamn them. So many years stolen.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Those bastards. They took you from me.
What's going on? Father? Father!
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Oh, come on! That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, The Institute had made great strides in synth production, but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
I don't believe you. There's no way any of this is true.
I wish there was something to say. I know this isn't what you wanted, but it's the only truth I can offer you.
Why are you doing this to me? After everything I've been through.
I don't mean any of this to hurt you. I'm trying to help you. Help us. I've shown you my trust. Your weapons haven't been confiscated, and I stand unarmed before you. Please, let's just talk. This really is a matter of importance.
If this is true, where do we start?
I know you must have questions. Please, anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
You don't remember. You didn't see it the way I did. It was brutal.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Sadly, the world has become a brutal, unforgiving place. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. what kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you choose to leave, I cannot force you to stay. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against us. The elevator will return you to the relay.
Sean, can we talk about this?
Have you reconsidered your decision?
Sean, isn't there some other option? Some other way we can work things out?
You've seen the Commonwealth. You must have some idea of how this world works. You're either with us or you're not. I'm afraid it's that simple.
I'm sorry. I'm not interested.
That's a shame. I had hoped for so much more. You may see yourself out.
Sean, can we talk about this?
Have you reconsidered your decision?
Forget it. Never mind.
I see. Well, as I've said, you may see yourself out.
Sean, can we talk about this?
Have you reconsidered your decision?
I've changed my mind. I'll work with you.
Well, that's good to hear. All right, then. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. You'll want to introduce yourself to the... And finally, Dr. Lee...
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this.
That's
the third. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Excuse me, Doctor.
I don't know.
You really
Most of them
are
have
here.
lasted long
Well,
past their
when
projected
Father-
lives.
If you don't mind.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him.
Now that you now, as you might guess, we maintain it. There's a lot of the work we do. So, now that you're here,
Uh-huh. I'm not on board with anything.
no, and yet here you are poking.
Sure.
If you're not planning on, and consider having another talk with you. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the.
I'm good for now.
Goodbye then. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see you.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel
Operating at Fog.
Glad you made it. Robotics to knock some heads
Pardon me.
together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for.
Doctor.
So,
Please don't.
here you
There's
are.
enough friction as it
Justin
is
Ayo,
between us
acting
and pretty
director of
much
the
all
Synth
the other
Retention Bureau.
departments.
I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Stay out of my way, or you'll regret it.
That sounds a bit like a threat. I'm sure I'm just misunderstanding you, though. Threats aren't advisable for someone in your position. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among...
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
systems nominal.
You smell like you've been
When are you
above
going
ground.
to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even doing?
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very...
Well, that's insulting.
I'm sorry. Not my intention. There's just quite a bit going on right now, and your arrival has the potential to throw things off schedule. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
I don't want one of those things anywhere near me.
If you expect to be coming and going, you're gonna need one. You may have noticed that the relay is our only access to the surface. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance.
Is it true food supplement 77?
You had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274.
Not yet.
Doc.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family
So
is
good to
doing.
have you here. Dr.
Wally
Clayton
must be
Holder,
close to 10 years
head
old
of the
by now.
Bioscience Division.
It's remarkable
I
that
can't
any
wait
child
for you to
can
see the work we're
survive for
doing.
so long up there,
It's
don't you
truly
think?
amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard, I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer...
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from...
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself. He's our top bio. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute,
If If you expect me to be impressed by a lot of fancy sci-fi gizmos, you'd be wrong.
I see. It's not just about the gizmos, as you say. I hope you'll see that in time. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
It might not want to talk. It would be safer just to kill it.
That would be a terrible waste of a valuable resource. If at all possible, that synth should be returned. Now you should get moving.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Relay activated. Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relay online and engaging.
Touchdown could be a little rough.
You willing to do some work?
I can't help right now.
It's a free country. Let me know if you change your mind.
Hey, Sturgis.
You willing to do some work?
I can't help right now.
It's a free country. Let me know if you change your mind.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof. There's a workbench over there you can...
Brotherhood?
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve. What we need now is...
I'm on it. Clean water, come... Sturgis.
I feel better already. Knowing we have a... I hope you don't... if we're gonna settle...
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Made it another day in the Commonwealth. Lucky us.
I just want to trade a few things.
Nothing I hate more than raiders scumbags. If you run into any...
Sunrise is imminent. Easier
We're losing our nighttime cover. We need to move cautiously.
Sure, let me just stop what I'm doing to talk to you. I'm being sarcastic. Leave me alone.
Mother Nature never ceases to amaze.
Hey.
You're tied to this place, kid.
I used to live here. Sure. Here. Already have some.
Like a little kick. I see you. And whether you want... Phew.
What is it, friend?
Got a favor to ask you, kid. I know.
Atypical,
sure. Glad to help.
Thank you.
Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something as important as the Brotherhood?
Mama Murphy.
Aching too much to talk
Do you
too
need
long.
something, monsieur?
I should sit down.
Threaten their life. Me? I'm very successful.
That's a great one, isn't it? Orange-colored sky by Nat King Cole. The smooth sounds of Diamond City Radio.
Mama Murphy.
Let me get in my chair and we can
Commonwealth
talk.
weaponry. It's a
Excuse me.
world
Is there
out
something you need?
Protect yourself. Protect your family.
How are you feeling?
I'm glad to have the chance to return the favor. After all the help you gave me. Just let me know if there's anything else you need.
No, nothing.
Okay.
I wanted to chat.
If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, ready to continue our mission, soldier?
At least it's not raining.
We should make good time when the weather's this clear.
What do you need, General?
My systems are eager to absorb new data. I find this traveling a great.
General?
Do you need something, monsieur?
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Anything I can do? You just say the word. So, you're not in it.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the only person here who's lost someone.
Make good time when the weather's this clear.
Are we going to fly?
Glad to have you aboard.
Attention. This is a notice to all personnel. Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the flight deck. Thank you.
I can't believe super mutants were human once.
Disease
Outbreak
outbreak.
has gone so wrong.
I guess maybe it's a good thing they don't open the door much. But I shouldn't make jokes. It was evidently pretty serious. And of course, we can all empathize with what they're going through. I have seen reports of some fatalities.